Truth is, your gut is your second brain and you need to treat it accordingly. As an herbalist who's also a solo entrepreneur, there is no bigger gap between people understanding their gut health and how it plays a bigger part in their life than they may think. If you're struggling with things like brain fog, anger, inconsistent energy fluctuations, bloating, irritability, 9 times out of 10, it is probably your gut health. The reason why I am paying so much attention as an herbalist and why I'm having so many people come up to me asking me for herbs for gut health, teas for gut health, tips for it, is because it is such a big thing right now. And I was that person who was dealing with things like sluggishness, irritability, and the truth is there's not enough research that goes into it. Hopefully there'll be more research in the future that goes into understanding more about our guts and how big of it plays a part in our nutrition, our ability to absorb nutrients, and also to focus. So personally, I was dealing on my herbalism journey with having no symptoms of sluggishness, mainly fatigue, feeling tired. Let's say that you eat a meal, you feel really tired after you eat the meal, even though it wasn't anything too heavy. Things like that. And the truth is, I was dealing with entrepreneurial burnout. And that was from high cortisol levels. It was from having energy one moment and then, getting to that slump around, 11 o'clock in the morning to like afternoon probably. And it can give you anxiety, it can give you bloating. And the truth is that there is bigger connection between our gut health and our decisions than we even believe or know. So if you're making decisions and you're not able to think clearly, that's going to definitely play a part in the decisions that you're making and really how you feel overall. So, of course, none of the things that I'm saying is necessarily advice, but I can share my story, and if I can share my story to helping someone at least who's watching this feel a lot better, or to take a little bit more action, or to take more responsibility and agency over themselves, that's really what I want to do. And the science behind that, and the science behind gut health and why it's so important, especially for the girls out there. Women, we go through so many hormonal fluctuations, and they are probably directly linked to our gut, especially when you get bloating. Bloating is one thing that if you're a lady, you understand it. Guys understand it too, especially if they've had a meal or whatever it is that they've been eating. And the truth is, your gut produces more neurotransmitters than your brain. That is why it's one of our second gut, and 90% of our serotonin also comes from our gut and is linked directly to gut health. This is actual truth about the gut bacteria and how it plays a pivotal point in your risk assessment, creativity, your overall drive, and what it is that you want to do. And so the personal transformation that happened for me was realizing that I was looking for a solution to get out of the bloating, the irritability, the crampiness that I was dealing with. And still, as I'm on this journey of herbalism, I started to get deeper in herbs, and I came across an herb called nettle. Nettle is an amazing herb for helping you out. Nettle is an amazing herb for helping you with your overall gut biome and also nutrients uptake. So if you're dealing with things like cramping, bloating, the way nettle works, if I'm not mistaken, is that you're able to take it and it actually coats the lining of your stomach, and it helps to naturally soothe your stomach and to balance out the gut biome and the flora, and it promotes good flora because of the nutrients and the minerals that are in the nettle. So for me, the personal transformation was I started taking my gut health seriously. And I started taking it almost like a business investment. And through the learning about nettle, learning about my own body, how it functions, I was able to come up with a better routine for my overall wellness routine. So everybody thinks about wellness routine, they think about skincare, they think about going to get waxed, getting their eyebrows done. And the truth is, your self-care routine is so much more than that. It's definitely about doing things that make you feel great and make you feel better. So the things is just taking accountability and really taking an inventory of what it is that you're eating on a daily basis. I recommend seeing a nutritionist, especially if you are one of those people who just likes to eat. I love to eat personally. I think that having Food is great, sustenance is great. There was this video I was watching, I was talking about recreational eating, so that's definitely a thing. Recreational eating in the sense of having food that is going to taste really good. It's almost like eating a cheesecake. You don't need it for nutrients unless you want it, but it's going to taste amazing when you have it. And shout out to all the culinary chefs out there too, if you need any taste testers. But the truth be told, gut health and even good gut flora comes from a lot of trial and error. Eating for your body, eating for whatever time it is in your cycle. This leads me to my next point of going back to cycle syncing. Cycle syncing is a lot more than we think. It isn't just, okay, I'm just going to work for my energy levels. It's also I'm going to eat for my energy levels. So when we think of things like cravings, why do we have cravings? So if you're having something salty or salty craving, more than likely you're craving minerals. And if you want something sweet, more than likely you want to get that sweet too, get the gut flora going and all of that good stuff. So delving into and understanding that your body has cravings for a reason. And sometimes you need to tap in and really give your body what it wants in that moment to eat. That's one of the things that has really helped me practice that. It's improved my business. It's improved so many parts. It improves your business. It improves your accuracy. It improves so many different parts of your life when you start to eat for your body type and for your goals. So with that said, it's definitely about having habits, developing good eating habits. And I know it definitely isn't. It's easier said than done, but it definitely can be transformational. Doing things like not eating before bed, all of these good things really help to support your gut health. And look, you can be the most healthiest person in the world. And the truth is that your gut health, your overall health is an investment and you should treat it as such. And also, if your gut health and your gut flora isn't in balance, you are fighting an uphill battle more intense than you actually think. So if you're constantly dealing with things like irritability, bloating, fatigue, really take into account your own journey. Your health is your best investment. I cannot stress this enough, girls, as you're watching this. The mental clarity, the gut flora, balancing, having a good stomach health. And also stress is a big thing right now. It's just like if you watch the news every day, if you're scrolling on social media, you're going to be stressed. You're going to have high cortisol levels. You're going to be probably. And so I urge you all. And that's one of the reasons why I really started my own personal herbal line. This is why I started my herbal line, is because there's such a need and there's such a disconnect between us and our bodies and our overall wellness routines. And there's a need right there for herbalism and also good herbal tea blends that have high quality ingredients that are going to help you actually, instead of have you fighting for things of just relying on chemicals to help you. I really recommend that you guys adding at least the nettle to your toolkit, which is whatever it is that you're eating. You can have the nettle. You can even sprinkle the nettle on food, which is just the most amazing thing that I love. So I really recommend that you guys learning more, keeping up with me on Instagram, because I do post about herbalism and also my own personal herbalism journey. And so if that's something that you guys are interested in, make sure you guys are tapping into herbal tea line that I just came out with, and also tapping into my Instagram to follow me for more tips. And I'm also thinking of coming out with a few more offerings for people who are looking to reach more into and delve more into herbalism. I feel like it's going to be probably more common to see people drinking herbal tea, using it in their daily life again. And once you actually get outside of America, I feel like once I left America and I was able to see outside of the North America how big herbalism is outside of America, and just understanding like there's so much more than just the chemicals that we use and rely on heavily on a daily basis. There's actually natural alternatives, and that's one of the great things about herb, and also just understanding like what you're looking for is probably an herb for it. And so what I say with that is just make sure you guys are like in doing your research and also tapping in and following me. I thank you all for watching, and if you're someone who's dealing with gut issues, please comment what it is that you're going through and what it is that you ultimately would like. And I hope that you guys took something from the video and it helps you with your overall journey. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.